me, there's generally two reasons I might come around the wicket. One is when I don't want them to be able to access the offside. Morning legends! Wednesday morning and it's Scolls here for Scolls Stories. Episode 51, thanks for joining me. It is 5:37 in the morning. I've just finished my meditation. For those of you new to the vlog, it's something I try and do every morning. I don't always get it done. Sometimes I'm a bit too busy, but that's not a very good excuse, but I try and get it done every morning. I'm now editing yesterday's vlog as I've got a busy morning of coaching and shooting some videos, so I want to get that done and try and publish it this morning, so up early. Normally I'd try and read after my meditation, but due to time constraints, I'm editing yesterday's vlog now. I'm enjoying my cool, groovy little standing desk. This little device I got before Christmas transforms my normal sitting desk into a standing desk, which is great because it's better for my back and better for my body to be standing and not sitting down, crouched over. So different angle here today, but I'm going to be starting to use this a lot more now. Just got off the phone from Waldo, my mate and business mentor, high-level cricket coach himself, just discussing ways that we can improve the 5-day challenge that we've got. If you haven't done that already, then click on the link below. It's a 5-day mindset training program so that you can understand yourself, your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions better so that you can play at your best more consistently. We've had really good feedback. We've had over 2,500 people go through the program, but Waldo just did it last week and he's given us some really high-level feedback about our production and also some of our content. So we're going to look to update that in the next couple of months. Keno and I will review it, and as anything, we try and sort of keep things relevant, keep things up to date, so we'll review it and look to update that again very soon. 2-day game, we're going to go bat pad, straight mid-wicket, forward square leg, deep backward square leg, long on sitting a bit, mid on sitting a bit deeper, mid off sitting a bit deeper, extra cover, backward point slip, Gazza line field. Sunny's time. So guys, here I'm just trying to bowl as if it's a game. Got a little competition with Teague about where the field's set. But after every ball I do a little review, a little analysis of my action, how it worked, what I can improve on. Something I think I've got to keep being conscious of is spending more time on my front foot, spending more time on my left foot, which gets me a pivot in. At the moment I feel like I'm bowling and stopping here, which means I'm in front of the stumps, in front of the umpire, but I'm not getting a full rotation, which means I'm not getting as many revs on the ball. So really trying to work on finishing across my body, pivoting on that front foot almost with my back to the bowler, to the batter. Short mid wickets in the game there. Something to be mindful of as a spinner, no matter what type of spinner you are, left arm, right arm, wrist spin, finger spin, you've got to be a good fielder off your own bowling. Got to be ready to catch the ball or field the ball once they hit it back at you. You've always got to be a good fielder. Save yourself some runs, save the team some runs. Oh. I want him driving. As an offie, I want a right-hander driving me through cover. That's where, when I get enough drift, hopefully it drifts away, they then go to drive it, and then they get a bit of purchase, bit of spin, brings in, bowled through the gate, which is the ideal dismissal for a right-arm offie to a right-handed batter. So I don't mind him driving me at all. And what you did well there is you went with your bat out in front of your pad.
Yeah, so I can't go.
Exactly. If your bat's back here, you're going to go inside edge, pop up. You've got to get your bat out in front. Play with your bat out in front of your pad. Great point from Teague there. Head forward. Double. Over square leg. Don't mind that as a spinner. As any type of player, you need to be aware of your game, aware of what you're doing. So for me, after I bowl every ball, I like to finish my action and then just check where I am. It gives me some instant feedback to what position I was on the crease and how my action probably went. Oh, are you balanced there? Like this. Oh, slowed it up a bit. That's what good spinners do. They change their angle on the wicket and the crease. They also change their pace. They change the revs on the ball. So I've gone a bit quicker and then I've thrown that up and he's sort of a bit through his shot, nearly a return catch. Part of my plan. So now I've come around the wicket, and for an offie, for me, there's generally two reasons I might come around the wicket. One is when I don't want them to be able to access the offside. So what I try and do is I come around the wicket, I try and bowl in at the stumps and spinning in. So then they can only hit me one side of the wicket, so they can't also free their hands. So I do this quite a bit in one day in 2020 cricket. Try and jam them up in the hip or in the block hole. 5 on the leg side, make them hit to my field. I feel like if I go over the wicket, I have to pitch it outside off, then they can hit me that way as well. If I pitch straight from over the wicket, it's much easier to then, with the angle, to then plant me. The second reason I'd come around the wicket is if it's turning a lot, and we see Nathan Lyon do this all the time. When it's turning a lot, if you're starting over the wicket, you have to pitch it outside off stump, and that makes it difficult to get LBWs because the batter can then get outside the line. When you're bowling around the wicket, you generally can straighten it. So you can sort of pitch it on the stumps and it straightens to then hit the stump. So you bring LBW into the game more. So if it's turning, I'll often come around the wicket to try and get more bowls and LBWs as well. So there, that's pitched just outside off and straightening, so the stumps are in the game there. Oh, don't miss that, but it's 4. Great shot. Don't mind him playing that as a spinner. You've got to be willing to go for boundaries. Don't mind that at all, I'm in the game. Oh, there's my man. That's what I want, catching in there. The game, playing on my terms. Right guys, there's a little insight into some off-spin bowling, some spin bowling as an offie. It's something that I can pass on to you guys. I think it's really important to try and read the batsman as well. Try and be ahead of what they're trying to do. If you see them sort of trying to sweep one ball and they don't, you sort of might know that they're looking for that sweep. And also you've got to try and set your fields depending on where you want to bowl. You might set a few guys out to sort of protect your bad ball or protect the boundary. You've also got to set fielders in catching spots that you want them in. So I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. Teague's played really well there. Good little contest. What's going on, legends? Just finished coaching for the day. As you would have seen, started the day with throwing some balls at Teague on the turf, and then had 2 lessons at Tompkins, and then came to Mulman's, couple of lessons there, and then finished off with a couple of buckets at Teague, smacking some square drives. So heading home now. Got Teague here in the passenger seat as my cameraman. I'm not holding the phone. And there'll be no singing in the car today, unfortunately. Teague's been copying a bit of shit on the cricket field apparently from his singing in one of our previous episodes. So we might not sing, or we might if we get a good tune on. Watching the Big Bash, it's the halfway stage. Darcy Short's just made a big 100. They're showing here the drop catches from the Heat. Catches win matches, as they say, and if the Heat lose tonight, then they've got no one to blame but themselves. Look at that scorecard. Darcy shot 122 not out, the highest score in BBL history. 7th year of Big Bash and the I think they said the 19th Big Bash 100, the highest score in history. Darcy's a former teammate of mine. We played a lot of cricket together growing up. I was always the captain of the Northern Territory. He was a year or two below me, so we played a lot of national carnivals together, state 17s and 19s for the NT. It's great to see him doing so well. He was in the wilderness for a while, and only a couple of years ago, JL gave him a chance. He's really backed himself, and he's playing with a clear mind at the moment. He's really just playing his way. He's got a beautiful swing of the bat, and he's just trusting his game. He's not overthinking it, and the results are showing. A 97, a 96, 122 not out now. He's just really going after it and not sort of thinking too much, just seeing the ball and hitting it, but sticking to his strengths and playing to his plan. And it really is a great story of sort of hanging in there and showing resilience. He'd be 28 now, and at 25 he was probably not playing first-class cricket. He could have easily given up and gone down a different path, but he's stuck at it. He's kept working hard, and he's now getting the rewards. He's going to get an IPL contract. He'll go on and play for Australia. He's the best player in the country at the moment in the Big Bash. So I'm really, really happy for him. It's great to see. Well, legends, I am back at the end of the day where the day begun at my standing desk, which is a new innovation for me today. Mind you, I was pretty cooked after my coaching. I'm used to sort of sitting down and getting up and moving around for coaching, but standing's a new challenge, but it's going to be good for my health. It's hot here, I'm sweating. It's 9:23. I've got a lot of emails and a social media message to try and get back to. We've got over 100 messages we haven't got back to yet on Instagram alone, some on Facebook, and then hundreds of emails. So if you are watching and haven't replied, I'm really sorry, but our time is limited, and we've got to try and help those already in our programs and in our services. So we will get back to you as soon as we can, but it is difficult. And if you are wanting help, you always can book a coaching call with myself or Simon or Bobby or any one of our mentors, Risey, our leg spin coach. So yeah, you can always do that too if you're desperate for help right now. Don't let your location stop you. So hope you've enjoyed episode 2 of Scolls Stories for 2018, episode 51 overall. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you like, comment, and share below, and subscribe if you haven't done already. Tell your friends about Cricket Mentoring. We want to make 2018 our best year yet. We want to keep spreading the message. We want to keep helping more and more people. Love you guys. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.